see here. What is next? Vincent asks, if you don't mind answering this, how do you and Lisa structure rituals? Do you use the COS system? Well, basically, we kind of answered that in the last.
Right.
We've created our own rituals. We don't go by the COS rituals, even though we own a couple of copies of Satanic Rituals and so on and so forth. We read them, get familiar with them, so on and so forth, but then you have to create your own.
That's right.
If you can, maybe divulge unique ideas you both have about occultism and Satanism, especially based on your own opinions. Well, we pretty much just more or less answered that in the last question.
Right.
I think. Don't you? What would you have to say?
No, I think it was answered too.
Yeah. All right. Paul asks, any plans on a Sect of the Horn God library where you can upload literature on the Facebook page in PDF format for Sect members to get a hold of?
Yeah, that is a fantastic idea. What we were thinking of maybe doing is doing that. But what I would like, if you guys have a favorite PDF, then email it to me to sectmembership@gmail.com. And I'll start putting that kind of stuff in. I think that's a fabulous idea.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Or maybe even on the website. I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Longtime member Kelvin asks, what are your favorite books, Left Hand Path and more? What movies and TV shows do you consider satanic? Okay, favorite books. The ultimate Left Hand Path book is Lords of the Left Hand Path.
Yeah.
I recommend that to everybody. Stephen Flowers, Lords of the Left Hand Path.
Yeah, he's amazing, Stephen Flowers.
He'll give you a little taste of practically everything within the path. And then you can find, specific books related to the different chapters, and individuals and philosophies and so on and so forth that he mentions in the book. It's a great reference.
It is.
Now, movies, TV shows, movies. Now, movies and also book. We had talked about this. The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, that's right. Yes. That is a really
how
good
he
movie.
got his revenge in that. Not only the movie, but also, of course, the book.
Right.
That's based upon. How he gets his revenge is extremely satanic.
Yeah.
How he goes. He doesn't use brute force. He uses ingenuity, intelligence, manipulation, so on and so forth. It's brilliant. And next, our buddy Paul Ross from Australia. He asks, considering there are several variations of Satanism, do you think it has the potential for longevity? Or do you think it will evolve into something completely different? I think, yes, it has potential for longevity. I think there will be the fundamentalists, if you will, a fundamentalist Satanists, those who will follow a fundamental LeVeyan philosophy or outlook. Those people will always, I think they'll be around for quite a while.
So do I.
But then, of course, you're going to have your splinters. You already see it.
Oh, sure. Within other organizations.
The Satanic Temple has created a right-hand path form of Satanism. Completely unrelated to LeVay, if you will. Or I see it. It will. I believe it will continue in one form or another. But not only that, I think there will still be a fundamental root.
Oh, sure.
LeVeyan.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay. Lynn asks, do you think it may be possible to open up chapters or temporary permanent meeting places on the East Coast? It would be nice to have a place to exchange information, debate ideas, perform rituals, etc., other than talking to people via social media venues.
That's a really good question. No, we will never have grottos or chapters or anything like that, not with our name on it. Because historically they fail and they splinter off. And they just fail.
Yeah, what happens is what they get the individual little groups are getting power hungry, or they feel that they're neglected by the greater chapter. If the chapters feel they're being neglected by
the mothership,
the blanket organization or whatever, and they splinter off. Satanic Temple. The Satanic Temple.
That's really split.
They have the Satanic Collective. They got
Los Angeles or something.
Yeah, and then they got these different groups. Portland is splintered off. LA splintered off. All the different chapters starting to now leave the organization, and it's due to I think petty reasons.
Oh sure.
But yeah, that tends to happen, and yeah, I now, if you want to get together, you, Lynn, with other sect members in the area, please do so.
Oh, yeah.
Have your own individual little meetups and so on and so forth, but sanctioned chapters or grottos or whatever you want to call them, no, we will not have that. Okay, our lovely Freya from Europe asked, how important are rituals, magic, and magic tools to you, and how do you practice that in your everyday life? And suppose you, for whatever reason, lost all that, including your inspiration, how would you find your way back to the LHP again?
Well,
we did lose absolutely everything in the fire that took out our home and our business, our winery, our bookstore, everything. Yeah. We lost absolutely everything except for our dog.
Mm-hmm. And one bag of clothes.
And a bag of clothes that you had packed. And what was it, the night before, just in case or something?
Yeah.
But anyway, so we know what it's like to lose everything, but that's only iconography. Those are books that can all be replaced. What's in your psyche, what's part of you, that never left. Now, ritual has changed for us. We because of our living situation right now, we live in a very small, confined space because we're rebuilding. It's hard to do ritual.
Oh hell yeah!
It's actually difficult.
Very
this
difficult.
Little space with a 60-pound pit bull and so on and so forth. It's not easy. So it's morphed into a more meditative sort of ritual. You've watched me sit here and suddenly start to kind of blank out.
Oh yeah.
And when I get into my deep, like Gurdjieff inspired type meditative.
You don't even know when I'm asking you questions when I ask you something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's turned more into that.
Yeah.
But the path, no, nobody can kick you off the path
unless you allow it.
They can they can steal all your iconography, they can put you down, they can alienate you or whatever. The path, you put yourself on the path, and only you can take yourself off of it.
Right. Yeah. I think that for me, something I say to myself almost every day when faced with some sort of challenge. And like the fire, of course I grieved. It was a normal grieving period for almost everything.
Some of those books.
I know. Is you can be thrown to the bottom of the abyss, but there's only up to go. You can only go up. That's the only way out.
It's the only direction.
It's the only
There's
direction.
only one direction, and it's up.
No.
So, there is no, like I said, you put yourself on the path, and only you can remove yourself from the path. I never left it. After we lost all of our iconography and so on and so forth. Now, on this video, what you're looking at on the screen, all that stuff that's in that image, that Baphomet, that tile with the pentacle, those candles, that chalice, all that sword, all of it, including the place that it was taken, that photo was taken, it's all gone now.
Is that where the hook was hanging too? That big hook from the I-beam?
No. This is the chapel.
Oh, the chapel. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
All of that is gone. We lost all of that in that fire 2 years ago, and it like I said, it took out the physical, but it did not remove us from the path.
It doesn't take you away from your resources that you alone have to keep moving forward.
Exactly. Okay, and one last question from Vladislav. He writes, do you consider writing a book? Yes, I've written books, actually. I'm actually the published short story writer, and I've written a couple of novels, and unfortunately lost those in the fire too, because they were hard copies and it's a long story. But anyway, that's hard, losing all that. Yes, there actually was going to be a Sect book a few years back, and some of you older members may remember this. But I started noticing there was a flood of satanic self-published books coming out. And some of them are bad. We have some friends who've written a couple, and they're not bad books, but it's like, come on, there's just too much of this. Mm-hmm. So that's why I decided to write.
The market is flooded.
Yeah, it's flooded. So, in Sect book, this Sect philosophy, I wanted to be something special. Okay. Now, when you enter the Order of Shiva, you will be getting a book of the deep Sect philosophy. It will not be on the market. It's not for anyone. It's only for the individuals within that order. Mm-hmm. Now, I'll just leave it there. All right.
Yeah.
I will just leave it there. All right. So, thank you very much, Sect members, for your outstanding questions.
Yeah, they were all good. They were great.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be doing this again soon.
Oh, yeah, I think it's a good idea to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.